What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon back, and today I am bringing you our weekly Pokemon card auction recap. As usual, we have a lot of cards to go over. A ton of Pokemon Go graded cards came through, a lot of Astral, Radiance, a great variety of modern and vintage cards, so I'm so glad that you tuned in. I think you're going to really enjoy today's episode. Folks, believe it or not, this is the 113th episode of the Auctions of the Week recap. We have never missed a week, so for that, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to be a subscriber, and please use my eBay affiliate link. It really supports the channel. It really motivates me to keep cranking out these videos, so thank you so much for doing that as well. So folks, as we always do, let's start this video out with some modern graded cards that came through in auction, starting with this secret rare Mewtwo V-Star from the newest set, Pokemon Go. This card graded as a PSA 10 sold this week for $177.50. We also saw this Mewtwo V alternate art from the set sell as a CGC 9 for $85.02, while the PSA 10 example sold for $410. Likewise, we saw a CGC 9 Radiant Charizard sell for about $127.50, while the PSA 10 copy sold for about $450. And then we saw a bunch of the Japanese Radiant cards come by as CGC 10 Perfect examples. This CGC 10 Charizard sold for $480, the CGC 10 Perfect Blastoise sold for $305, and the Venusaur sold for $205. Getting into a bunch of the Astral Radiance graded cards, here's an Origin Form Dialga V and an SGC 10 that sold for $118. We saw this full art Irida trainer card in PSA 10 sell for $165, and this full art Garchomp V sold as a PSA 10 for $188. Here we have the top two most expensive cards from Astral Radiance. The Starmie V alternate art sold this week for $310, while the Alt Art Machamp V sold for $394. A couple of cards from the 25th anniversary set. We have this Pikachu V from the Ultra Premium Collection that sold as a PSA 10 for $187, while the Japanese Pikachu V from the 25th anniversary box sold as a Gem Mint 10 for $775. So quite a drastic price difference between the English version and the Japanese version of this card. Couple of other interesting modern sales. Here is a 2020 Pokemon Futsal Pikachu on the Ball promo card, sold as a Gem Mint 10 for $510 this week. The Special Delivery Bidoof sold as a PSA 10 for $837. From Cosmic Eclipse, we had a full art Cynthia and Caitlyn card sell for $124. And then we had old Thickwick here from Burning Shadows sell as a PSA 10 for $242. Another example sold for $306. A couple of pretty valuable modern Chinese cards came through. Here is a Chinese full art Lily in PSA 10 that sold for $880, while this Chinese Charizard GX sold for $1,026. Here is a Mewtwo GX from Shining Legends set, sold as a Gem Mint 10 for $405. In my opinion, one of the strongest modern cards available today. I'll be doing a top 10 strongest modern cards video, so stay tuned for that. I think this will be one of them. We also saw a Chansey holographic from Evolution set, graded at PSA 10 that sold for $862. This is a pop 1 of 14 card, very tough to get your hands on, hence the price tag. Let's pause the Auctions of the Week recap with a brief intermission with one game of which sold for more. Here we have a CGC 10 Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX card versus a PSA 10 Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. Which one of these cards sold for more? Ready? Go. If you guessed the PSA 10 example, you are correct, because a CGC 10 copy sold for $167, while a PSA 10 example sold for $5 more at $172. So, there you go. Getting into the vintage portion of the video, let's check out a couple of interesting fossil cards that came by. Here is a holographic first edition Muck in PSA 10 that sold for $276. So a pretty low price for the first edition WotC holo. It is a Muck, you know, it is a lower tiered Pokemon, but Hypno here did surprisingly well, selling for $455 as a Gem Mint 10. In the holographic Kabutops, first edition sold for $675 this week. We saw a first edition Flareon holo from Jungle sell for $861, and then a first edition Dark Machamp holo from Rocket Set sold for $590. A Lieutenant Surge's Raichu from Gym Challenge sold this week for $393, and then we saw a Misty's Gyarados first edition sell for $621. Here's an Erica's Dragonair holo from Gym Heroes that sold for $750 this week, and then we saw this Unlimited Hitmontop holo from Neo Discovery. This card has a pop of only 8 PSA 10 examples, and I did do some research to verify that that is in fact true. There are only 10 copies of this card, which really surprised me because this is a theme deck card. But anyway, this card sold this week for $821. And then also from Neo Discovery, this Unlimited Tyranitar sold as a PSA 10 for $710. From Neo Genesis, we saw a first edition Feraligatr sell for $1,450, and a couple of Shining cards, who's a first edition Shining Kabutops, sold for $1,480, and a Shining Celebi sold for $1,625. One card from Legendary Collection, this Reverse Foil Ponyta, in PSA 10 sold for $570. And then one E-Series Holo in Umbreon from Aquapolis that sold as a Gem Mint 10 for 2,727 big ones. We saw a Gold Star Flareon from EX Power Keeper sell for $2,325. And then we saw this BGS 10 Espeon Holo from Call of Legends set that sold for $560. From EX Crystal Guardians, we saw a Jirachi EX sell for $670. And then, of course, a Japanese base set Charizard came by as a Gem Mint 10 and sold for an even $4,000. A couple of sealed booster boxes to go over. Here is a black and white Plasma Blast box that sold for $1,325. A black and white Dragons Exalted box sold for $2,950. And then a Diamond and Pearl Mysterious Treasures box sold for $3,549 US. And then just a few interesting sales from this week's PWCC auction recap. Here is a Japanese XY promo Gyarados card. Pretty interesting artwork there, sold as a PSA 10 for $1,620. And then we saw this Mega Charizard EX from Flashfire sold as a Gem Mint 10 for $1,590. A Japanese Crystal Lugia sold this week for $4,320, while this PSA 9 Gold Star Torchic sold for $2,640. While a PSA 10 Gold Star Trico sold for $5,400. Here is a PSA 9 autographed Deoxys Holo card, sold this week for $6,900. And then, of course, an unlimited base set Charizard PSA 10 sold for $8,700 this week. So pretty much all of the base set Charizards have come down pretty significantly in value in their PSA 10 forms. First edition, unlimited, even the base 2 Charizard in its low pop form has come down pretty significantly in the past year or two. A PSA 10 Gold Star Charizard from EX Dragon Frontiers came by, sold for $22,200. And then the auction of the week is this PSA 8 Tropical Mega Battle promo card that sold for $25,800. And that concludes the auctions of the week. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I really love making these videos, so thanks for watching, folks. I'll catch you in my next one.